introduction. The report of this project mainly focuses on the effect of COVID-19 to our shopping for groceries. The shopping for groceries is a common thing that has been done by the student every day to get daily needs, but the shopping for groceries is affected by this pandemic. To get the result, our group made a survey to get the data, especially from the UEM students. The survey contains gender, age, and a semester that have to be answered by the students. The survey will ask how long did students spend on shopping for groceries, ask if they follow the SOP, and so on. The data for 101 students have been taken from the survey to complete this project.
My name is Michelle Lee and my matric number is 270636, and I'm going to present for the project data description, graphical analysis, and pre-processing results. For dataset description, we have total of 20 attributes, and there are two types of attributes, which is quantitative and quantitative attributes. And for quantitative attributes, we have quantitative discrete and also quantitative continuous. For quantitative discrete, we have age, number of times shopping for groceries per week, semester, number of family members involved in shopping for groceries. And for quantitative continuous, we have time spent when shopping for groceries. And all the other 14 attributes, which are not listed here, they are all qualitative attributes. For quantitative discrete and for the age, we have a categories from 19 to 20 years old, 21 to 22 years old, and 23 to 24 years old. And for semester, we have categories of semester 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, and also 7 to 8. And for a number of family members who are involved in shopping for groceries, we have 1 to 2 members, 3 to 4 members, and also for more than 5 members. And for the number of times they went shopping for groceries per week, we have 1 to 2 times, 3 to 4 times, and 5 to 6 times per week. For quantitative continuous, we have time spent for shopping for groceries, and we have 0 to 1 hours, 1 to 2 hours, and 2 to 3 hours. And for number of rows, we have all total of 101 rows, and there are 101 respondents, as there are 101 responses in our survey. And here are the graphical representation, and this is one of the examples. And we ask for the willingness to shop after knowing that the necessity of following the SOP. And we analysis in table and also chart. And for the results, we have 62 respondents, which is 61.4%, who are still willing to shop for groceries, although they have to follow the SOP. And another 38.6%, which is 39 respondents, not willing to shop for groceries after knowing that they have to follow the SOP. And for the pre-processing results, this is one of the examples, and here we investigate for the age of the respondents. From the table and charts, we can see the age of the respondents. There are 15 respondents who are aged of 19 to 20 years old, and majority of the respondents who are aged of 21 to 22 years old, which is 75 of them. And lastly, there are 11 respondents who are aged between 23 to 24 years old. And we did the same for all the other data in our analysis. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. My name is Yi-Zhen Ho, and for my part here, I will be talking about analysis result. And for this analysis result, we have been done for about 3 questions, and each questions we have been collected it into a table. So for the first questions, we asked about how long do you spend shopping for grocery usually? And in the left hand side, as you can see, we have collected it into a table and divided the time spent in hours by the customer from 0 to 3, and we divided it into 3 classes. Below the table is the numerical summary that we have been calculated from the results So for the next question, we will be talking about what is the age of the respondent. So for the age of the respondent, as usual, we also summarize all the data into a table and divided it in from age of 19 years old until 24 years old and divided it into 3 classes. And on the right hand side, we also calculate the numerical summaries, which is mean, median, variance, and standard deviation. For the last question, we asked about how often do you went shopping per week. So we also divided it into 3 classes, which is from 1 to 6, from the shopping per week by the customer. And we also calculate the numerical summary. So for question 3, we also draw a box plot. And we also calculate the Q1, Q3, interquartile range, lower limit, upper limit. After that, we can draw all the informations in a box plot as shown below. And that's all for my part, and I will pass for my next teammate.
So I'm going to present about my part, that is a hypothesis test. As before the survey was conducted, we broadly assumed that the average of the hour taken by the student of UUM spent on shopping each time is 2 hours. A random sample of 101 students from UUM was selected and produced of a mean of 1.2525 hours with a standard deviation of 0.6067 on shopping of groceries. This is step 1. HO, mean is equal to 2. HA, mean is less than 2. This is step 2. 5% significance level or 0.05. Step 3, we find the Z. This is the calculation of Z. The answer is negative 12.3208. And then we go to step 4. The sign slower indicates that the test is left-tailed. Area in the left tail is 0.005, so critical value is negative 1.645, negative Z 0.05. Step 5. The value of Z is negative 12.02 3208 from step 3. It is smaller than the critical value. It falls in the rejection region, so reject HO. We go to step C. Interpretation. At the 5% significance level, the data provide sufficient evidence to conclude that the mean time of students spent on shopping for grocery each time is less than 2 hours. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
And so I will conclude for our project. This project is to investigate shoppings for groceries by the UUM students during the pandemic of COVID-19. Google Form of 20 questions had been distributed for 101 students to conduct this survey. This project, we are using a random sample by choosing the students from UUM. From this survey, we know that the time usually spent by the UUM students to shop for daily needs is just about 1 to 2 hours, which is 57.4% during this pandemic of COVID-19. Besides that, the most of the family members go for buying grocery is just about 1 to 2 only, which is 73.3%. Most of the students in UUM follow the SOP when going shopping, and the percentage is about 95%. Since the pandemic of COVID-19, 76.2% of the UUM students have adapted to this kind of shopping style that require them to follow the SOP. Moreover, 70.3% of the students from UUM believe that the precautions that are carried out by the management team are effective to prevent the spreading of the COVID-19 virus. Most of the students, which is 16.4%, still agree that now is the time to follow back the normal shopping lifestyle. About 51.5% of the students still disagree that by following the SOP when shopping is convenient for them. However, there is still 61.4% of the students who enjoy shopping even though they have to follow the SOP during shopping. 81.2% of the students experience queuing out before going into a shop, even though the pandemic of the COVID-19 is still spreading. Most of the students, which is 66.3%, will compare the price of the daily needs with the other shops before buying it. About 83.2% of the students are not afraid of getting infected by the virus when they go shopping. Most of the students, which is 58.4%, partly agree online shopping for groceries as compared to offline shopping for groceries. Most of the students, which is 38.5%, prefer shopping alone during this pandemic of COVID-19. Besides that, most of the students, which is 41.6%, partly agree to go shopping with more than one family member. About 38.6% of the students agree that limiting the number of customers to go into a shop each time is effective to prevent the spreading of the virus. In conclusion, we have achieved all the objectives of our studies by using descriptive statistics. The discussion was made by looking into both graphical presentation and numerical summaries. In this project, we also apply the concept of data preprocessing, data analysis graphical or numerical, as well as statistical inference. And that's all from our group. Thank you for watching our presentation video.